All information in this video is my own personal view, even where backed up by evidence. None of this is financial advice, but I highly recommend everyone does their own research before buying or selling cryptocurrency or any other asset. So the KASPA Ecosystem Foundation have been funding the Kasplex team, who have announced that they've made some major milestones and they will be ticking off a few bits before going to the open beta next month. I will have the announcement appear shortly in this video. I just really wanted to just cover over again what the KASPA Ecosystem Foundation are doing, which you can see on the screen. It'd be great when they actually get a further update on this website. I was going to show you the Kasplex team website, however they've not put much information up on there, so the Twitter seems to be the place to go for this. Yeah, as you see, the open beta is planned for next month. They've already got the indexer and API integrations set up. Milestones will be hit next month. KASPA really is just showing itself as the game changer in crypto. If you're on the fence, why are you on the fence? It really makes no sense to me. Literally just look at this on the screen, you can see the Bitcoin block performance against KASPA at 10 blocks per second, 32 blocks per second, then 100 blocks per second. You may say, well, KASPA currently isn't running at those speeds, but 10 blocks per second is really around the corner. We're going to be seeing some massive improvements on network throughput, which is great considering the increased capacity could very well be needed to handle the additional loads being brought by the KASPA Ecosystem Foundation, Kasplex team, and any other dApps in development coming to chain. I personally think it will be sort of opening the floodgates. It'll be great when we start seeing mass adoption arriving to KASPA. A few people are very reluctant in regards to doing this, and yesterday I encountered the argument of, there aren't dApps on KASPA, so why should I release a dApp on KASPA? Well, I had to laugh and laugh very hard at that. I mean, it's probably the most redundant argument anybody could give. If you believe in a project, like that person says they believe in KASPA, you would launch on KASPA simply because you want the first starter advantage. KASPA can barely go down. I mean, 10 cents was such a strong support level on the price that seeing anything below that would be very, very shocking. Quite unrealistic, I believe. Especially with the developments that are coming to the chain, the increased utilities, the dApps, everything else that will arrive. It would just be silly to do a mass sale on KASPA right now. So in my view, the price can only go up significantly, and any projects that are launching on KASPA would benefit from this early advantage of being able to get in at pretty much a ground level on price, and then see the value of your project explode as KASPA explodes. A few people do seem to be concerned about the mining ability of KASPA. KASPA's emission schedule is very, tight. They've really looked at a natural way to gradually reduce the earnings so it doesn't cause the supply shock that Bitcoin halving has caused in the 4-year cycles that it follows. KASPA mining will go on for some time still. As you can see, it's going beyond 2030s, finishing off in 2037. I mean, it's not a bad thing at all. What you will find is KASPA is already making plans for going beyond this point in time, and looking at the ability to ensure that miners are rewarded, and it makes sense to continue to support the proof of work network even when the block rewards have finished. I mean, just looking over the KASPA Analytics site, and you can see that the progress from Golang to Rusty is going quite well. Rusty is a force of habit. It's going quite well. We're nearly at a 20% blocks mined level. Just going over some of the other stats that you can see here. I mean, the hodl waves chart looks nice. Yeah, and we'll get into the suppliers that haven't moved over 3 months, 6 months, a year to going towards 2 years. And you can see there are some slight changes on the graph. However, at the same time, we haven't seen a massive dump on KASPA. We're not seeing any extreme reduction in the price. Anytime there's been a massive dump on KASPA, it's always maintained its value quite nicely. It's never exactly had an issue that it's just dumped and continued to dump down. We've been very fortunate that the price has pretty much always come back to a decent level. And by that I mean it's always been within a sort of couple of cents range, bar the massive drop from the all-time high down. But those things are expected in crypto. You're going to get adjustments in price and value. But KASPA, if you look on the wider chart, has continued to be able to move outwards and upwards and continuously sort of shuffling upwards in price. The value that you'd have got if you'd invested when it first listed on MEXC, if you put in, say, $10, would have been astronomical. I mean, there was a point where you could have sold it for over 80,000% profit. And we will be able to see from this point gains higher than that on KASPA with the developments coming. So have faith and keep rocking the KASPA.